If a woman of average attractiveness goes to a nightclub alone and sits at the bar for an hour, how many men do you think approach her on average per hour? This was actually tested in a scientific experiment, and the results are pretty crazy, with, I think, revealing lessons for men on the reality of dating. The experiment was conducted in France, and they actually tested the effect of cup size, yes, breast cup size, on how many men approach her. The researchers took a 20-year-old woman that was considered to be of completely average physical attractiveness, as deemed by 15 male students. Then they had her stuff her bra, because she naturally had an A cup size. They had her stuff her bra up to a B cup or a C cup, and she went to a bar in a French tourist city for an hour, multiple times, with randomly different cup sizes. The woman was 5'5", 124 pounds, giving her a BMI of 20, thus being of healthy weight, waist-to-hip ratio of 0.7, but that probably didn't matter because she was sitting. And like I said, she had either A, B, or C cup in the bar. She was instructed not to look at any men, just look at the dance floor and just kind of sit there at the bar. They had another confederate in the study that observed how many men approached the woman. Approaches of all type were considered, and it was tallied, and then after an hour she left. Whenever a man approached the woman was instructed to say she was waiting for her boyfriend, which almost all the time resulted in the man immediately backing off, thus also confirming that these were actual sexual advances. The woman wore a pair of neat jeans, light-colored sneakers, and a white figure-hugging sweatshirt. So let's test your dating intuitions. How many men on average per hour do you think approached the woman? Again, this was a woman of average attractiveness with A, B, or C cup. It probably shouldn't come as a surprise that bigger breasts were associated with more male solicitors. However, the number of men that approached her in all conditions and the effect of cup size surprised me at least. With A cup, she was approached 4.3 times per hour. With a B cup, it was 6.3 times, and with a C cup, it was 14.7 times per hour. That's literally almost once every 4 minutes. And this was a woman that was considered to be of average physical attractiveness. The researchers also repeated this experiment in the pavement area of a bar outside. This resulted in significantly fewer men approaching her, but still a very sizable amount. With her natural A cup, she was approached 0.7 times per hour. With B cup, it was 1.3 times per hour, and with a C cup, it was 2.3 times per hour. The experiment was conducted over 30 separate 1-hour trials. So the averages should be somewhat representative. In a lot of ways, being remotely physically attractive as a woman is a lot like being famous as a man. You get so much attention that it can simply become annoying. I think this is very important to realize for men when they approach a woman and they think, oh, all these girls, they get annoyed, I'm just trying to be nice. And the reality is that most people would be annoyed when they get approached every 4 minutes. Even if it's fun the first 10 times, it does get old. This is the reality of approaching women, and I think it's very good to keep that in mind, both to infer what the mindset of a woman is, and to know what your realistic chances are, knowing that it's a numbers game and knowing that as a man you really have to stand out if you approach a woman and you want to have a shot. Similarly, on a dating website, if you don't get a response back, realize that she might not have seen your message or she literally cannot respond to all the messages that she gets. Research on dating websites finds that most men try to interact with the most attractive women on the website. The result of that is that if you message her, it's simply very statistically unlikely that she sees your message, has the chance to actually respond, and above that, actually like you enough to also give you a good response. I know from many men that are currently dating that dating, especially in current times, can be extremely frustrating. I hope these findings give you a bit more perspective to not to take things too personally and to think all things a little bit more like a numbers game while still being nice to people. If you're interested in more of these psychological studies, I'd be honored if you like and subscribe.